Hey guys, it's Sarah back with Glam Finds, and I'm here to talk to you guys about a house that's not really talked about very much. It's not very popular, it produces cheapies, and I actually had my signature scent from this house before I really knew anything about fragrances. I initially went to this fragrance store at the mall, the ones that overcharge for everything, and bought my first fragrance from the house of Glenn Perri, and it was this exact fragrance right here for, I'm pretty sure, around $50, which I'm going to tell you was severely more than I should have paid for it. But I didn't know anything about fragrance, and that exact fragrance, which is this one right here, which is obviously really low in juice, was what I wore every day to work, and it was basically my signature scent for a while. What I didn't know of the House of Glenn Perri is actually clones of other fragrances. In that specific one, the irony is I could have gotten the actual fragrance for not very much more than I paid for that. However, I'm going to go ahead and talk about 4 fragrances from this line. One fragrance that is a little bit popular that I'm going to leave out because I don't own it, because I don't need it, is Glenn Perri Unpredictable Adventure, which I'm just going to put up right here because I don't have a bottle of it. That one is supposed to be a clone of Creed Aventus. I have not smelled it. I don't know if it's good. It has fairly good reviews online for a clone, but it's definitely not even, I don't think, top 5 in the Creed Aventus clones anyways. But moving on, I actually did not know any of these were clones before I bought them, except the last one, which I'll explain when I go over it. But I'm going to go ahead and start with the first one, which I just showed you, and that is Glenn Perri Unpredictable, just the original. It's the one with the blue juice. Again, I have a brand new bottle in that, but I actually want to give it to a friend of mine because I think it's actually a really good fragrance. And this is actually a clone of Azzaro Chrome, which is not a very expensive fragrance. You can actually pick that up at your local Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, or online for at Fragrance Net. I think you can get like 100 milliliters for about $25 or something like that. I think that might be tester, but still, it's a good deal. This is also 100 milliliters if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is 100 milliliters and it's $17. You can pretty much get this anywhere for $17. It does smell like chrome. It does smell really good. And I will tell you, longevity on me was 6 to 8 hours, which for $17 is really good. And I know that it projected because I would walk into the break room and after I'd walk out, maybe a couple hours later, someone was like, "Oh yeah, I knew that you were in there right before me because I could smell you. I can smell your fragrance." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So, but it was very pleasant. I got a lot of compliments when I wore that, which again, for something that costs $17 is pretty awesome. And it does smell pretty similar to Chrome. It smells really good. It's a people-pleasing fragrance. It's kind of fruity, it's got a little patchouli, has a little bit of florals, not a lot, almost not even noticeable, but it's kind of a spicy, fruity fragrance. It smells really good. You're gonna have a hard time finding anyone that doesn't like that. Again, I don't think you can really tell the difference between that one and Chrome, unless you have a very picky nose. But that is the Glenn Perri Unpredictable, just the regular one. The next one that I bought, that you can't actually find anymore, not even on Amazon, it was unavailable. And I know that because I liked it so much, I went to buy another bottle as mine is almost done. Although I don't really use it anymore, but I was using this one. I was kind of alternating back and forth between this one and this one right here, which is a Glenn Perri Unpredictable Extreme. All red bottle. Never knew that it was a clone of anything. I don't think that any of these get enough recognition on Fragrantica. I don't think that they even exist on Fragrantica, so you can't tell what these are clones of. But if you smell this, this is an exact clone of Prada Luna Rossa Sport. It's a good clone. I mean, this was another one that I got a ton of compliments on. To be completely honest, I haven't worn any of these without getting a ton of compliments because they last 6 to 8 hours, easy. And you don't get super far projection, but you have a good scent bubble around you for several hours. I would say at least 3 hours, maybe 2 to 3 hours. But this one smells so good. It smells really sweet. And I think at the time that I bought it, I probably bought it for about $30. It went up to 50 something on Amazon, and now you can't find it anywhere. Again, I really don't know why you can't find this one anywhere anymore. I really enjoyed wearing this, and I actually stopped wearing it because I realized my juice had gone down quite a bit, and I didn't really want to run out of it. Obviously, now that I know that it's a clone of Prada Luna Rossa Sport, I can just buy that, and that's honestly not that expensive anyways. But I had a lot of really good times with that fragrance. Whenever I wanted something a little bit sweeter, because it is a very unisex fragrance to my nose, leaning maybe a little effeminate because it is kind of sweet. I think maybe tonka is what sweetens it. I'm not really sure. You can definitely check out the notes on Fragrance X, but it's a really sweet fragrance and it smells really good, and I really enjoyed wearing it. Yeah, honestly, if it hadn't been impossible to find, I would have continued to buy this fragrance. But without further ado, the next one that I bought when I went online to pick up another bottle of this, and of course Amazon likes to give you suggestions, and this is after I found out you could pick this up for like $17 on Amazon, and I went to pick one up. It showed me another option, this one right here, Unpredictable Homme, which is kind of the fresh, clean take on that fragrance. I actually have a lot of my memories wearing this. I wore this at this pool party that I like to go to in Southern California, and I think it's a really good fragrance because, you know, it's really hot, and this is a nice citrusy, clean fragrance. And it smells really good for what it's for. It was compared online. Someone said that it is a clone of YSL L'Homme, just the original. I have only smelled that a couple times, and honestly I couldn't tell you, because I haven't smelled it recently, if that's true or not, but I know it's a really good, fresh, clean scent, and for $17, you're still gonna get that 6 to 8 hours of performance with a pretty decent scent cloud around you. And the last one, the one that I picked up after I started kind of getting into fragrances, and someone suggested that this was a clone of Chanel Allure Homme Sport, not the Extreme, just the regular one. It's this one right here. It is Unpredictable Sport, of course. And the crazy part is, if you look at this bottle, it is kind of obvious what they were going for. It does look like they were trying to mimic the Chanel Allure Homme Sport bottle. And when you smell it, it does smell like they are trying to imitate Chanel Allure Homme Sport. This one is also really similar. I don't think it's nearly as similar as these two are in what they're trying to clone, but it's still pretty similar. And it smells good. I don't really want to give you a performance rating on this one because of the fact that I never really wore it. It's pretty full. I just wanted to smell it to see if it was true, and because I already had 3 other Glenn Perris, I thought let's just throw a 4th one in the collection. I kind of want to see if they are really all clones, and they apparently are, so but yeah, I think this is a really good fragrance for what it is. Again, it's another cheapie but goodie. So if you are looking for a clone of either Azzaro Chrome, Prada Luna Rossa Sport, YSL Original L'Homme, or Chanel Allure Homme Sport, I think these are really pretty solid options for what you're paying. Again, you're probably not going to be able to find this one anyways, and the funny part is this is actually my favorite one out of all 4 of them, just because it's super sweet and it smells so good. But yeah, honestly, I would recommend this to anyone who's just kind of getting in the game and just kind of wants a couple of things to throw in your gym bag, to throw in your travel bag, something you're not too worried about. Because if this gets taken at the airport, like if my bag is a little bit too heavy, I don't care. It was less than $20. I'm not going to be mad about it. Versus if one of my, like an actual YSL or something got taken away, I would be pretty upset about it. So if you're looking for something in that vein, I would highly recommend these. I don't know if your nose is very picky, you may not like them, but for $17, you're not really losing very much. So that was my take on the House of Glenn Perri. I know it's not really talked about very much, so I wanted to just give it a little bit of attention today. If you like this type of content, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.